Hey everyone, it's Lisa Loring. How are you? Welcome to the reading. We'll do the reading maybe outside tomorrow. I'm sorry that I keep kind of getting to this a little bit late, but I had a special dinner too. So anyway, and it got a little late. Good times. How was your day? I love you. I hope you know that. It's always good to know that there's someone out there who loves you. And we do this all stuff virtually now. So it's not just like weird virtual, like disconnected. Know that anyone who's watching these videos, who participates on a regular basis, your energy comes through, and it definitely is something that is coming through to me. If there are people who are watching this, if you dropped in randomly, there's something here for you. And if you just listen to the video randomly, there's something here for you. And anyone who's connected with me, you're getting messages through these readings too. That's how it works. We're all connected. And what I have to say is for the collective consciousness. So, it's for everybody. And the love is real. Whether I'm sitting next to you or whether we're doing this through a screen and it's days later. So we've got the Crystal Visions deck today. Do the reading for August 12th, moving into August 13th. I know I'll definitely do the reading earlier because I've got to work tomorrow night. Do my other job. My final in school tomorrow. Very cool. And then the semester starts up again in a couple of weeks. Maybe even a couple of weeks. Crazy. Good stuff. Ooh, the Death card. Yeah, things being over. Things transforming. The Death card is about things transforming. There's a transformational. I really like the Death card in this deck. Like, he's looking over this woman. And he has an ankh on his, usually has a scythe, but this is actually an ankh on a shepherd's staff. So he's actually shepherding her home. He's shepherding her to the next stage. And we've got these calla lilies. And butterflies, transformation. So this card really does bring out the transformational power of death, of something transforming, an old way of being, dying, and moving into something else. Whatever that may be. It's a new beginning. Death is always a new beginning. We look at it as being so final, but if we kind of change that perspective, it's different. And that definitely makes it less scary, right? This doesn't look nearly as scary as a card can be. I mean, it's kind of scary, but something cool. You definitely have a feeling of there being something new happening here. Let's see what else we have. That was just the bottom of the deck and just the card that was there when I turned it over. So we'll shuffle a little bit and see what we get. And again, I hope you had a great day. I hope there were moments in your day that felt transformational. Blessed messages the cards have for us for the evening of August 12th, moving into August 13th. Ooh, got a pile that came out right away. Ten of Wands, a card of, there we go, that's better, a little less glarish. That's a Sagittarius card. Although, he's not a centaur, but he's like a Native American. And it's really interesting. Native peoples have been coming up for me all day long. There was something from like Daily Ohm I read about Aboriginal dream time. There was another Native American something or another that came across my radar today. But this is an interesting card. I mean, that horse looks pretty tired, right? And he almost looks like a Sagittarian. Like a lot of the things I was reading about Sagittarians today, hearing like in their their planetary alignments, was that they might feel a little bit tired today. So if you're a Sagittarian, you might feel really tired, and this new moon that's coming up is probably going to hit you pretty hard. It's going to be really transformational for you, like in a good. It's always a good way. You know, you can either fight transformation or you can go with it, right? Just go with it. But it's hard, right? We want to resist. We want to fight. We want to fight till we're so fucking tired. He's put down his bow, but he's carrying all those arrows still. Like maybe he doesn't even know what he's supposed to aim for. That can always feel very draining, right? And then the next card that came up was the Two of Cups. And I can't help but see that this Ten of Wands guy, the Sagittarius rising. There's a lot of yellow and fire colors in the background there. And the Wands is a suit of fire. Okay. Fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. He's going right into this Two of Cups. As though like he can't help but go there. So anyone who's a fire sign right now, maybe you feel like you're really being drawn towards something. It's almost like he's going towards an oasis, right? I'm hating this light. I'm gonna have to fix this. Give me a minute. Maybe that's better. Is it better? Yeah, it's definitely better. Okay. So yeah, so like he's moving towards. Let me switch that. He's moving towards this Two of Cups. These children playing. But these guys aren't really children. Like I'm looking at this card. They're not really kids. Can you tell? Like usually in the well, you know what? I'm thinking of the Six of Cups. I don't know why I'm coming up with that. This is not the Six of Cups. This is definitely the Two of Cups, which is a couple. And in this deck, he's serving her. And, you know, in the card, the Two of Cups that came up as an overtone for the weekly reading, go back and look at that. There was this, like, there was this thing about balance that was coming in. Oh, I know what it was, because we used the herbal tarot. And the herbal tarot, the uva ursi was the herb that was featured on that card. And this was all about bringing balance into a relationship where it was previously out of balance. So that's, you know, that's really interesting as you come in. This is like, you know, bringing a balance to your energy. You might feel like your energy is becoming more balanced tomorrow, and to a more loving, more homeostatic relationship with yourself, or the way you like balance and work your day, the way you relate to your day, the way that you relate to the people in your day. There's just feels like you've struck more of a balance. Like it doesn't feel like things are so wonky. I know it kind of felt like that way for me tonight. I'm feeling that balance kind of coming in already. So again, but this definitely is for tomorrow. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is a card of receiving. Of receiving, you know, it's of almsgiving, it's of receiving as well as giving out. Like, you know, have that. It's not the have or have, kind of have or have nots card. Like if you have, you're giving out. You're feeling really comfortable about being in that place of giving out. Because you're in such a secure position, and your boundaries are in place that you can, you know, freely give without it being a burdensome. Or if you're in a place of receiving, you know that, you know, you're in a place of need and you need to open up and receive. And maybe it is love that you're receiving. You know, this love. You're actually able to, I don't know, receive. I'm feeling the need to be tonight. I don't know why. Oh, I'm sitting in chairs all day. Feeling the need to maybe receive. You know, the more kind of loving gestures to give to yourself. The more to receive bringing more balance in. Like sometimes we can actually resist that, right? We want to stick with the same old, and keep doing the same old drive because that feels safe. But maybe we do feel like the change is coming in, that transformation, that kind of, that death card did kind of lead us off a little bit. We feel the transformation coming in, and we're actually in a place where, yeah, I can work with this. This is something I can do, right? She looks pretty cool, right? She's hanging out in her garden. She's going to, pick a few things off. But she doesn't have, too big of a basket. She's not going to overdo it. She's going to be really wise with her resources, right? So she, she's not going to go overboard. Because then the next thing is like the Seven of Pentacles, and that's seeds well planted. So she's going to be a little bit choosy about what she brings in, perhaps, and then what she's going to plant. And I love that. I'm thinking about that because we are coming up on the new moon next week, like I said. And although they're under a full moon, what are we becoming more open to that we could perhaps plant some new? Are we becoming open to something that could grow? That could grow? Some kind of connection? Could be partnerships of any sort. A partnership with yourself. Could you become more open to changing up your daily lifestyle so you're not so beat up? Like this guy's beat up. He's done for the day. He wants to put the wands down. There was this reader I used to listen to. B, her name was. She would always interpret this card as like, I want to put the freaking wands down. It's like, I'll never forget her saying that. It made me laugh. It was pretty hilarious. But yeah, he's like, you know what? I don't want to fight this battle anymore. That's how he looks. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be here. I want to have balance. I want to just relax and hang out. I want to, be able to do the things I want to do with the people I want to do them with. I'm open to that. I'm open to change, to something changing. And I'm actually okay with not maybe knowing what that's about, but I'm open to something being, some kind of change coming in. That's nice, right? So, yeah, I'm going to angle this down so you can see those cards, which, let's do this. Let's actually move this over here. And then I think you can see the card. Yeah, there you go. That's better. That is better. Does this move? Yes, it does. Outstanding. Okay, good. You can't see all the cards. There you go. So there you go. You see all the cards. You've got the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups. So the Ten of Wands is leading into the Two of Cups. And then she's now looking in another direction. So that's what I noticed. She's actually looking in another direction. I was really taken in by the fact that he was leading into this card. They're actually just in their own little world. They're really happy with what's going on here. Like for now, this is good. And, they're blessed by, they have an angel as well, or is that the Caduceus? It's some kind of angel, some kind of healing. There's always some kind of healing element in the Two of Cups, which I just love. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, and she's like, she's looking off kind of to the side, like, oh, where would I maybe want to plant these seeds? She's considering. I have this abundance that's come to me. What can I do with it? Now, is there another card that you want to give us, or are these the three cards that we'll work with for the, I'll shuffle a little bit, and then I have another deck I want to work with called see, this one came right out. Okay. Ooh, hi. Oh, and the Lovers. Okay. That's the major arcana version of the Two of Cups. So this is validation. opening your heart. Some really beautiful love is coming in. The Lover's card is also a card of decisions, crossing a threshold. This is love of every kind, you know. Again, this is deep, deep love. This is love that's, you know, yeah, these lotus flowers, that's born of, that's rooted in some really crazy stuff. We don't even know what, but on the surface, look what blooms. And they're very strong flowers. You can't really move them. On a very thick stalk. And then it blooms into a riot of a garden. That's blessed. It's a blessed union. This is a major arcana card. So, you know, you're going with these more surface kind of in and out energies of the minor. But this is the major, is the crowning glory. But you have to put down the defensiveness. You have to you have to agree to no longer be at war. No, you know, to holding on to convictions and that are just not applicable anymore in order to be here and in order to, yes, to decide in this new abundant situation with what you, the gift, that beautiful gift that you've been given, how will you plant those seeds as we walk into the new moon? Is it going to be something that's going to bring you here? And again, I can't emphasize enough that this is not just about romantic love. This is a deep connection with anything that you're doing. Is it a project? Is it work? Is it anything that you care about deeply? This is a long-lasting love. This isn't something, like I was saying in yesterday's reading, this isn't that bubblegum stuff. This isn't just some band-aid that you put on to mask up whatever you've been doing. You know, that doing that geographical. This is actually making a commitment to the long haul. To really planting those seeds, to being like, yeah, you know what, I'm in it, and we're going to work on this. We're going to make a garden. We are going to make a garden that is going to bring us here. And that takes a while, right? Bottom of the deck, we already saw death, and like that transformation card was there. You know what? And we're going to go ahead and bring him out because I think he needs to come out. I should probably have just pulled him right out the gate. Thank you, Death, for being here as part of our cycle. And the bottom of the deck, besides the Death card that we saw when we broke open this reading, is actually the Strength card. So, like I said, you know, this is the long haul. I didn't even see that. That's wonderful. The long haul, you know, deal here. This isn't just a fly-by-night situation. You have decided that you are going to be in this for a long time, and you're going to do the work. And what's more, you have the strength to do it, like you know you do. In the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, I'm putting down my weapons. I'm putting down all of these, you know, convictions. I'm going to bring that Death card out. I like it. We have all of these convictions to be here. We're putting down all of the convictions that we previously subscribed to, and now we're moving into the Strength card. And you know what? I love how the Strength card has sunflowers. Sunflowers came up for me earlier today, and I was like, you know what? What is the symbolism of sunflowers? It's loyalty. It's loyalty. It's dedication. Strength card. So again, that's another major arcana. So we actually had 3, and then you've got the 4 of Cups. So then, again, but you're in like kind of a pensive place. You're thinking about it. But she's got a lot of lotuses there. So, it's not always easy. Page of Swords, she's fresh as hell. Okay. Sunflower. So I'm going to go back to that. I want to highlight that because that was a symbolism that came up. I looked at that. It's completely separate from this reading. I was looking at it this morning. And yeah, adoration, loyalty, longevity. They're known for being happy flowers, but yeah, longevity. So like I said, we have the strength to do it. So we're going to put down the old convictions. We're going to stop being at war. We're going to move into this, this new love kind of thing, this new connection kind of thing, with whatever that might be. It doesn't have to be romance, like I said. But no matter what you're committing to, where your new convictions are leading you to, it is abundance, and where you're going to plant your seeds, and you're going to build. This is where you're going. This is where you're going, and you have the chops, the strength to do it, to master yourself in order to be master of the situation. So let's take a card from the Blessed Bee deck. I haven't worked with this deck in a while, but I like. Ah, interesting. Yeah. Don't pay attention to the world ending. It has ended for me many times and begun again in the morning. That's great. Don't worry about the world ending. So this is the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish. I haven't read from this in a while, but I felt like I wanted to. I love the purple. Look at that rich, rich purple of these cards. Isn't that beautiful? What are the messages here from the Blessed Bee deck? What are the messages? Oh, the Blessed Bee. Blessed Bee. Blessed Bee. A blessing on a homecoming, the 44 card. I just cannot make this stuff up, I swear to you. It's, I love reading oracle cards and tarot decks. Everyone's like, oh, is it, like I said, is it witchcraft? No, it's a meditation, and the cards are, the cards are going to come out that are absolutely right every time. You can't pick the wrong card. You cannot pick the wrong card. A blessing on a homecoming. The number 44 is a super stable number. Such a blessed number. It's basically like, this is not just the 4 of wands kind of thing. You've got like the 4 of wands times 2. 4 and 4 is 8. 88 messages. Again, eights are about commitment, decisions, homecoming. I can't even. I love it. It's beautiful. We'll read from the book. And I love this. What's she got behind her? She's got some kind of roses, maybe. But she also has that, like, kind of that strength card thing going on, right? Strength card is the number 8 card of the major arcana. She has that vibe. Blessing on a homecoming. A blessing for a person who is returning home after a time far from their family, friends, customs, and communities. Homecoming is often anticipated as a kind of perfection. The imagined cocoon of comfort we visualize returning to, the embrace of mother's arms. So yeah, you're putting it down. You're coming home. The sound of voices you know like your own. The welcoming hearth in front of which the tales that create family and bonds will be told once more when you return. But often homecoming can be a collision between the imagined home we foresee ourselves returning to, which is in truth a living thing, and thus will have gone through its own evolution during our absence. And likewise, we have changed during our time in the world, and so our homecoming can highlight our own new and untested difference. For the returned veteran, the seeing of their old self in the concerned eyes of relatives. For the new mother holding a child in her arms, her homecoming can be a sense of seeing the home through new eyes, or the traveler home from a true adventure. Coming home can seem ordinary. A return to an unwanted reality of jobs and bills, and to a pilgrim child, coming home can be a time of safety after a chaotic time of self-discovery and hardship. Whatever brings us home, it never brings us back to the same as who we were when we left its borders. For home is another country, a time, a place, and when we drew upon its comfort while on the road, it too was quietly changing. This blessing is for your homecoming, for it to be one which is open to you, to who you have become, joyous in the discovery of the changes you have made willingly, understanding of the hurts that may have happened along the road and the paths your journey took you down. May you bring to your home the light of your soul, and let your presence illuminate the home, making it new and warm once again for those who have waited for your return. Let everything be familiar and soothing, yet no longer memory's gift or nostalgia's promise. May home be full of smiles and embraces and warmth, but most of all, a sense of your place being finally filled, because the truth is that your home was no longer truly home without you, and only your return has filled the void. Let home sanctuary bless you with the safest place on earth, and let the home be filled with the laughter and love of kin and friend. Until you can integrate who you have become while you were away with who you are now you have returned. May your homecoming be blessed with the open arms of those who have missed you, and let the rediscovery of you outshine who you once were. A blessing, dear friend, wanderer, on your homecoming. May it bring gladness to your soul. Blessed be. So yeah, we come home, but we're different people, right? And so we have to take time to allow that integration to take place. That message came up yesterday strongly with the presence of the pomegranates in our pomegranates came up in my Instagram earlier today. So yeah, it may not be until like Christmas, which is again like another time of homecoming, a like kind of sealing of the deal, right? It may take you a little while to kind of integrate into your new environment, into this place of acceptance. So we're at this place where okay, I'm home. I'm coming to a place of peace. But it may take time for everything to kind of gel, right? It takes time for seeds to come to fruition. And although the Seven of Pentacles isn't out, I keep calling to it because she's definitely, I feel like she's casting about, looking for somewhere where she's going to take her abundance and plant it and let it and cultivate it. So she can be here. And this is also a card of cultivation, right? It's cultivating something that is very long lasting. Like, we're going to make this work. This is a deep, deep love, and that only comes when you are, deeply rooted. It doesn't, like the Blessed Bee book said, it doesn't really matter what's gone on. You kind of are like, yeah, we recognize that the lotus, the beautiful lotus, comes up, but it's definitely in the muck of a pool. Although they're playing in the pool, so how mucky could it be? They don't even care. They actually don't care about that. They're just glad to be there, right? And then, but you have, and like I said, you have the strength. You definitely have the strength. I'm going to pull this up. You definitely have the strength to do this. You have the strength to get there. So, I love this reading. I love you. I'm going to leave it there. Have a great night.